Today's our guest is Nonie-san.
Hi.
Nonie-san, thank you for coming today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. So, could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Nonie Ibrahim. I am from Malaysia. I came to Japan last year, September, and I'm pursuing my PhD at Grips Institute in Roppongi.
Mm-hmm. So you came to Japan last year, so it's like 2021?
2022.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's how breaking down our living expenses in
Yeah.
Japan. The rent is
Around
normal 70,000 yen.
And my food consumptions, I would average around 25, but because mostly I cook because I'm Muslim, and it's very hard to get Muslim food, halal food. Halal food. They do have a lot in central area, Shinjuku, Shibuya, but not the surrounding my housing area, or even in the Roppongi, it's very limited. There's one or two only. So pretty much I cook and bring food to the school, and then it helps in terms of the reducing the expenses.
Is it expensive to buy halal food in stores?
I think generally it's if it's normal halal food like kebab, it was just an average. It's for average around like 700 to 800 yen. If you eat in dining, like the Indian food, all this thing, it's roughly costs you a meal around 1,200, a minimum 1,200 and above. Yeah.
ちょっと高い。Wow, it's expensive than I expected. So this 25,000 yen is just for food. So you don't eat out.
Generally, if I eat out, most probably just twice a week. The most twice a week. Just hang out with a friend just once in a while. Yeah. But mostly daily, I would just cook and bring to the schools.
Okay. Yeah. But I think the electricity and gas costed
3,000 only. Actually, my electricity bill is quite reasonable compared to those staying dorm. I'm not sure why.
It's set.
It's been pretty dorm. They've been already shared, but generally, it's quite reasonable compared to those staying dormitory. Even my water as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And water is 2,000.
Yes. Yeah.
It's quite okay. And the it's together internet and mobile. Cost.
Yeah, because I have home internet, and also mobile data internet. So it's just under one bill. So I pay around 6,000 with contract of 2 years. But I think if you opt without contract, probably a little bit more expensive. Yeah.
What kind of companies do you use? We have a lot of.
Why mobile? I'm using one
mobile.
mobile. Yeah, mobile.
It's from Yahoo. My God. Is this a cheap? Reasonable? The most cheap?
It's I think not the cheapest, but at that time they have a promotion together with the home internet. Together, and then I'll get some points, everything, and big cameras, all these things. So it's good bargain for me. When I came here, I decided not to stay in a dormitory provided by universities, and I opt to living by myself in apartments. Now I live in Kitasenju area. So just about 20 minutes ride to Roppongi, to my universities. In terms of living expenses, generally I would say it's quite high compared to Malaysia, but it is kind of expected in a way when I come here, but somehow I do not expect the fluctuation of the increase in a lot of even essential things when I arrive. So my rental basically around like 70,000 because it's an apartment. It's slightly bigger than the rest of my friends staying because my parents would want to come and visit. So ideally that's why I choose slightly bigger and kind of very expensive. But generally in terms of the daily expenses, it is surprisingly it's quite high, and then the prices fluctuated a lot ever since post-COVID. And then I see increase almost from December, January, and then March increase, and then lately we are also having an increase of the electricity bills, everything.
Yes.
So it's for someone from Southeast Asia, is pretty much very, very high for us to kind of consider within our allowance given.
So nice. Oh, but you say before you living in apartment in Japan?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Many international people and students talk to me. It was very difficult to rent an apartment in Japan.
Yes,
it's not your
the journey is quite daunting. It's quite difficult. I engaged with the agents prior to I arrive in Tokyo because previously there's several Malaysian students that would study here introduced me to these agents. So we had a discussion online. Even then it's really difficult. When I arrived, then I kind of have a lot of visits to the agents and to look at the options, everything within my budget. Is really difficult that time. But that's why I be able to get somewhere a bit further than Tokyo suburb area, Kitasenju, and the biggest. I think the biggest challenges for students especially is the down payment. And the initial payment is quite high compared to I think Malaysia. In Japan, they charge us a lot of additional fees, small fees that end up become a very big lump sums. I think that's very challenging for a lot of students coming here.
Yes, exactly. Basic fee is. That's okay.
The rental, the deposit is fine, but it was so surprising. Every single thing that you have to pay, the key change, the exchange of the key, and then the cleaning also you have to pay by yourself. And then even the cleaning was divided with aircon at different price, and then the house cleaning different price. It was like quite surprising to me.
Does it not happen in Malaysia?
No. Basically, in Malaysia, we only paid a 1 month rental, 1 month deposit, and then a deposit for the electricity bill. So there's no cleaning fee, there's no key exchange fee, all this. There's no the brokerage fee is quite high here.
It's quite annoying. It's annoying. Okay. Do any other international student in a university normally live in dormitory?
Yeah, most of them pretty much living in dormitory in Odaiba and as well as in Nakano. Not many living outside like me. Maybe families, those family, there's a few of them living outside because they prefer living in the apartments area. One of the thing they inform me that's children tend to make noisy, and then in Japanese culture, the complaint will end up police coming to the house, so they prefer the living outside, so there's no issue, no problems.
That's a kind of major problem in the dormitories, student dormitories. Okay. そうだね。in Odaiba there's many famous dormitory for international students. It's
quite big, and then a lot of other universities also student there. But it just for me, Odaiba is kind of far and away from other ward area if I want to go. So and then the transportation is rather expensive. The train lines. It was private, they say, so it's quite high, especially like the house. I do expected the house would be like in Tokyo, house will be small. Okay, but with the price of in Malaysia, you can actually get a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. So if you rent your apartment in Tokyo, if it was in Malaysia, how much would
so
it be?
if is the similar size in Malaysia, 10,000. How much is 10,000? 10,000's 70,000 to 100,000, about 3,000. If it's Malaysia, because Malaysia usually our apartment is like the smallest is like 2-bedroom apartments. Yeah. So with the similar size, I would say I could rent for around 20,000. Yeah. Because Malaysia generally we have a lot of land, so our apartment house generally is big.
The land is really challenging, same as your, Asia.
But what I kind of like surprised in the sense that I expected it would be expensive, the rent and also the house, but the quality and the condition, I was quite surprised that it is the kind of Japanese would live, meaning that the quality of the building, it's so hot during summer and it's so cold during the winter. So it's not really weather resistant thing, and then I kind of surprised the people who actually live this kind of condition. So this for me is this basic necessity of human being to live in a bit of comfort environment, you know. So in winter, I pretty much have to wear winter clothes in the house.
What 3 negative things about the cost of living in Japan?
Well, the price. I think what bothering me it's the price of necessity for groceries and food. So basically, I think that is kind of a basic necessity for healthy living, and the fluctuation of the price is so rampant and then high. Rent is quite expected is property, but I think this is something that perhaps the government should actually took notice of this, because it's for the healthy living the peoples here as well, and then pricing of the vegetable and fruits are the most highest in your daily consumptions. Yeah. At least your daily consumption should be reasonable for your living, you know. I think the problem here is after the COVID. So after the COVID, everything is expensive. I think there's increase of everything from your household thing, for your food, for your groceries, even for your transport, and this is also I think because of perhaps energy issue, getting energy from Russia, all these things been blocked, and then I think for myself is the groceries parts, because that is daily consumption, that is a daily expenses that I use, and generally I'm a very fruity and vegetable person, not a protein person, so I find portions of my expensive for groceries is big, because fruits here is so expensive. And then vegetable too is kind of fluctuating, increase or not, you know. And I hope the government will do something with the kind of ceiling price of the groceries or things for the people.
Especially fruits, it's really expensive.
Yes, correct. And I can't figure out because it's produced locally, So why the price is quite high.
Yes. So the fruits, especially fruits from made in Japan, is really more than expensive. Now it's really difficult time for Muslim people because who have a halal.
For me, when I come here, even after 8 months, I find it's difficult. We do have there is a source of halal food, halal groceries, but you have to go away from your place. You have to go like Shinjuku area. They also have the Asian market, and then Shinjuku they also have. So basically you have to buy things at those kind of places, and then for me carrying groceries in the train it's so troublesome, And then I'm more like comforts like in my country I easily drive around,
You can just walk to buy your basic items.
If I want to buy like in a month, 1 month in Malaysia, I just buy in 1 month. I can carry in my car and then go off. But here, if I can't buy for 1 month and carry in the train, it's too troublesome. So the halal food usually I get from Shinokubo and also Shinjuku. There's Asian markets. So usually we get like poultry stuff from there.
Okay.
So if you are coming as a student, I would say when you come, especially if you're Muslim, have 1 luggage of clothes and 1 luggage of food. The food is very important. Sometimes we discounted on that, but it's just that Japan do not have plenty source of halal food, halal ingredients, and it's expensive. Unlike Europe, also not many organic or even plant-based. So you will have challenging on that. So if you come to Japan, bring foods that you can bring that the customer allowed. I think compared to Malaysia or even Southeast Asia, like Daiso is here is cheap. Or any 100 yen here is cheap compared to Malaysia. We do also have Daiso, but the price is much higher in Malaysia. So basically, if you want to get your household appliances, Daiso 100 yen is a really good options here, and then they have variety options compared to Malaysia, and then it's much cheaper. So if you come to Japan, you're living here, don't bring anything, just buy here.
It's a good tip. Yes. Daiso, I also use it. That's good. So, what kind of things do you buy in Daiso? 100 yen shop?
Pretty much for the household appliances, kitchenware, and just toiletries, everything.
Everything.
Yes, like it's just for the house usage.
Yes. In Japan, there's a lot of 100 yen shops, so maybe.
They have kind of, sometimes they have really nice kitchenware. It's very beautiful and then very unique, and then it's a good price.
Yes. If you need something immediately, you just go to the 100 yen shops and you can get everything.
And then they have a lot of very unique organizers, and then perfect for the Japanese small house.
Yes. The portion is really best. Okay. Good tips.
I think going to the park is free, and sometimes there's like festival, and then you can get a lot of festival in Japan that you can actually go and watch. I think every month they have different kind of festival because Japan is full of culture value, and then there's so many celebrations. that you can actually watch the parade and even participate free. And I think in July it will be the firework. It's coming, the major firework. I'm looking forward for that. Actually, there will be one in Kitasenju, Adachi. And what else kind of free around here? So basically, that kind of a lot of festival is free, and then they also in every weekends. Sometimes every weekends, sometimes alternates. There's always have flea market, flea markets. Yeah, you could enjoy it. Really nice. Then second-hand shops. There's a lot of second-hand shops in Japan. Yeah.
For outfits.
Yeah, for outfits, very visible. Even you can get like small furniture decorated during the flea market. It's quite reasonable and very unique.
What kind of festivals have you ever been?
Honestly, I haven't been anywhere because I've been like focusing on my study. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward for the firework festivals. They say it's the first after the COVID. It's been stopped for a couple of years, so I'm excited on going there. And I love outdoor, so I do hiking. So I managed to go like 2 hiking spots, Itake as well as Takao Mountains. So pretty much the mountains is free, and then there's waterfall, everything. It's very relaxing. So,
You say before that you are outside?
Outdoor person. Yeah.
Okay.
But in terms of festival, I'm so sorry. I love to go, but it's just like at the moment I have to prioritize my study. But for other people, I think there's a lot of festival every month.
Especially in Tokyo area.
Yes, yeah.
There are so many free festivals and some events.
Yeah, even at the shrine is free that you can just go and watch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, shrine and temple or something. So it's great. Enjoy your leisure in this year.
Yeah, I'm almost finished this by July. So I'm planning for backpacking outside of Tokyo. Planning.
It's great.
A long period, like maybe a month, or just go out for Tokyo for a while.
Which areas do you want to go?
I haven't thought, but we're going to the mostly I prefer going to the mountains area. Yeah.
Mountains area.
Yeah. So mountains, river, to it's not Nakano. Nagano area. All this. Yeah. Ibaraki. I heard Ibaraki was so beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, it's very because the reasons also have ocean. It's very beautiful.
See like shopping here, clothes, reasonably not expensive. If you go to second-hand shops, and then their quality is really acceptable and good. Yeah. And watch out for the sales. The sale bargain is good here for summer and for Christmas. Yeah.
Summer and winter.
Yes, yeah. So avoid shop every month. Just focus during the sale periods and save your money.
Yes. Yes, in Japan we have a lot of kind of reasonable outfit shops like Uniqlo,
Yes, Uniqlo, GU, and then you can go to like Second Street, Book Off. It's second hand, but the quality is still very good.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Oh, that's a good tips.
For student or even anyone, I would recommend Koinji is good, please. Koinji and Kichijoji. There's a lot of second-hand outfits close there, and then because it's center of a lot of universities, a lot of students, So it's very reasonable. You can get a lot of choices there.
In sales, like in Tokyo, there are so many second-hand shops in Koenji or Kichijoji.
In Shibuya also.
Shibuya also. Some shops in Harajuku.
Yes,
it's quite expensive than any other. Do you have any advices for Asian students?
Advices for Asian students
To live in Japan.
To live in Japan. I think before you come, do a little bit of research. Try to have network to other students that are living here, and then you can, especially in options of the house accommodations, how far is it from your school, everything, how far is it from things that you want to do. Maybe option living Odaiba has big apartments, but for you to communicate, if you want to go to Shinjuku, an area, it's very expensive because the transport train there is actually private, and then it's different price compared to metro or JR. So do a little bit of research before you come, and then look at your expenses, I mean your allowances, and then I would say that option living outside, it's challenging. It's challenging, not just the price. It's also communication is very difficult. So generally, only very limited properties agents that speak English. Even so, then later you have to actually communicate with the landlord. It's very difficult. So living outside, it's very challenging in terms of cost, and then in terms of your maintenance of the house later on. So that one you might, if you're coming only for a year or two, I would advise just stay in a dormitory. If it's longer than 2 years, it depends. If you want to have a family with you, you might opt for apartment. If you don't, it's just living in the dormitory is better because it's furnished everything. So you don't have to go the hassles of property agent and buying furniture, everything. And then one thing you should know is disposable is very difficult in Japan. It costs everything to dispose of big items. So you might need to think about that if you want to live outside or living in dormitory. I think one thing is communication here. So English is not priority here. So not just even young students speak English. So it's a problem when you want to deal things at the city hall. So when you come here, you have a lot of things you have to deal with the city hall. You have to get your resident cards, your insurance, everything, and then pretty daunting. Everything, even all the form, everything in Japanese. So one tip is get your Google's Translate. One thing, and it's a good point if you be able to learn a little bit before you come, but overall, like I think when you have that communication skills, you feel more accepted in the community. You feel more accepted in the community essentially. It's easy for you to communicate. I got frustrated. A lot of people try to speak with me, even people in my neighborhood, the grandmother, everything, and then I can only say arigato, konnichiwa, daijoubu. Even I keep on saying that, sumimasen, wakarimasen. Just like they still continue talking to me in Japanese because they want to like interact with me as well, So I'm learning right now. So but because I want to be part of the community as well. It's be interesting. So,